guys, so today's video is actually going to be me showing you 3 different looks, and whoa, my fingers have got loads of colours all over them. Whoopsie. Anyway, like I was saying, in today's video I'm going to be showing you 3 different looks, so hopefully there is something in this video for everyone, and I'm going to be using a bunch of products from L'Oreal's Infallible Paint collection, which is their new collection, which is super colourful, super bright. There is things for your eyes, there is eyeliners, like eye paints, there is blushes, there is liquid lipsticks. So in this video I'm going to be showing you looks from kinda loud to mega loud, which is what I have on my face right now. So if you want to see 3 different makeup looks, then hopefully one of them will work for you guys, and yeah, just keep watching and I hope you enjoy. So thank you so much to L'Oreal for working with me on this video. It's been an absolute dream to work with L'Oreal, and if you guys want to see more about the products and stuff and more about the whole campaign, then head over to my Instagram, which is just sophdoesnails. I am going to be doing an unboxing of the big case that I got, because this makeup that I got came in this giant kind of case which was personalised to me, and if you want to find out more information about that, then head over to my Instagram. So I hope you enjoy. So for starters, I'm going to do my base, and for my base I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Foundation. You guys have heard me speak about this enough times. If you have oily skin and you're looking for a really long-lasting drugstore foundation, I would really recommend this. Also, it helps that it's super pale and they actually have a colour that matches my skin. And I wear the shade 15 Porcelain. I would normally use my buffing brush to blend this in, but I've just washed it and it's all wet, so I had to improvise. Okay, so that is my foundation done. I'm then just going to add some of the True Match Perfect Match. On one side it says Perfect Match, the other side it says True Match. This is the True Match concealer, and I'm just going to add some of this under my eyes and on my blemishes, and then I'm just going to powder my face. Okay, so now that I've done my skin, I'm just going to do a tiny little bit of contouring with one of my Makeup Geek contour pans. So now that I've bronzed up my face, I'm just going to fill in my eyebrows using my Anastasia brow pomade in the shade Taupe. I really need to pluck my eyebrows. So in terms of blush for this first look, I think I'm going to do something like quite soft, and this look is going to be quite kind of nude, still with a little bit of colour thrown in there, but not too much, because this is just the kinda loud kind of category where, I don't know, I guess this makeup look is for people that maybe are just starting out on makeup. You don't want to use loads of crazy colours, and this one is probably the most kind of wearable out of all of the 3 looks that I'm going to be showing you, so let's just jump straight into it. So in terms of blush, I've got 3 of the new Infallible blush paints, and these are just kind of like cream chubby stick type of blushes. They just look kind of like this. And then I've also got 2 of the Infallible blush paint powder palettes. So these are powder blushes, and you get 5 in each palette. So I've got one which is called Pinks. Let me just open it. So this is the Pinks one. Surprisingly, it's got a load of pink colours. And then there's also a amber one, and this one is my favourite because it's got a bunch of kind of like orangey, peachy sort of colours. So I think I'm going to add one of these. I think I'm going to choose the palest pink one for this look. And I'm just going to put a tiny bit of this, warm it up on my fingers, and then just pat it onto my cheeks. And this one is in the shade Pinkabilly. Then I'm just going to add a little bit of highlight. I'm using Becca Moonstone just because I can't do a makeup look without adding a little bit of highlight, you know? So moving on to the eyes. For the eyes, I've got 5 different colours of the Infallible Gel eyeliners. So these are 24-hour waterproof eyeliners, and as you can see I have a selection of colours here. I've got some that are like more bright, so I've got a bright purple, a bright blue, and then I've got a copper one, a brown one, and a black. And these are just gel cream eyeliners. And then I've also got a whole bunch of colours of the Infallible Paint eyeshadows, and these are called eye paints because they're like a liquid eyeshadow. You paint them onto your eyelid, you can blend them out with a blending brush, or you can literally just like paint it on and, you know, dab it in with your finger. So I have 3 which are more kind of out there looks. There's like a turquoise, a purple, and a bright blue. And then I've got some more kind of subtle shades, I guess, which aren't as bright. I've got a really, really beautiful khaki colour, a kind of black shimmery colour, a classic gold, a kind of white pearly colour, and then a brown. So I think for this first look I'm gonna use the kind of goldy pearly sort of shades just because they're a little bit more toned down and this is only supposed to be kind of loud. So what I'm gonna do first is just run a little bit of bronzer just through my crease. That motorbike was really loud. So I'm actually just going to dip into the Pink Infallible Paint blush palette just because these are obviously blush colours but you can use them as eyeshadows as well. And when I went for the kind of shoot day with L'Oreal, they used some of these colours on my eyes and I don't know, they just looked really pretty. So I'm just going to take a tiny bit of this colour here and kind of work that into my crease as well just to give like a tiny pop of colour, you know. You can definitely make pink wearable, like it doesn't have to be scary. I'm then just going to use one of the eye paints. I'm torn whether to use Vicious Gold or whether to use Eternal White. Just going to blend it out with my finger to make it a tiny bit less intense. So I'm also just putting a bit of this on my inner corners. I'm then taking the Black Infallible Gel Crayon and I'm just going to put this on my tight line, and this just makes your what are they called? Eyelashes. This just makes your eyelashes look a little bit thicker. These are also waterproof. Okay, so now I've tight lined my eyes, I'm just going to do a classic winged liner because that's what I normally go for, and I'm going to use my Kat Von D tattoo liner and just do a wing. So now that I've done my winged liner, I'm just going to add a bit of mascara, and I'm using my Stila Huge Extreme Lash Mascara. Then finally for the lips, oh my beauty sponge just fell on the floor, cool. So finally for the lips, I have a selection of the new Infallible lip paints, and these, I thought it was going to be like a squeezy tube, but you actually open them and it's got a doe foot applicator. As you can see, they do these in a whole range of colours. They've got nudes, reds, pinks, purples, dark colours. There's quite the selection. So I'm feeling one of these colours to go with this eye makeup. I think I might use this one here. I feel like this one, which is a pinky peachy nude, would go quite well. This one's called Hollywood Beige and it's one of the matte ones. They do these in mattes and like glosses. This smells so good. Okay, so there we go, that is what that colour looks like. So this is the final look for the Kind of Loud category. So moving on to look number 2, which is the loud look, and I would say that this is probably my kind of usual look. I don't know, something that is a bit colourful but not like super out there, but you know, I'm not afraid to wear like a bright purple lip, or like you guys know that I've worn like grey lipstick and stuff, and I also quite like to use like bright colours on my eyes, like oranges and like reds and stuff, so this look is classed as loud. So maybe if you think that you fit into like the kind of loud category, you could like challenge yourself to go a bit more loud and take inspiration from this makeup look. So for starters, again, I'm just running a bit of bronzer through my crease just to have a little transition shade. So I'm then just taking the Infallible eye paint in the shade Breathtaking Brown, and surprise surprise, this is a brown colour, and I'm just gonna literally paint this on the kind of outer corners of my eye and then blend it into my crease. You want to work quite fast because obviously they do dry down, so I'm just putting some of that on and then I'm just blending it with my blending brush. I feel like this would make a really good like eyeshadow base as a smoky eye if you just painted it all over your eyelid. Okay, so now that I've got my base colour, I'm just going to go in with the Infallible Gel Crayon in Super Copper, and you guys, look at this colour. It is actually stunning. So because this is so like smooth and creamy, I'm literally just going to put it all over my eyelid. And then I'm just blending out the edges. Then I'm also just going to run this along my lower lash line and blend it out. I'm then just dipping into the Amber's blush palette, and I'm going to take this top colour here, which is like a really pretty kind of orangey colour, and I'm just going to take this on my finger and pack this on the centre of my eyelids. And the fact that I've got down the other colour just makes like a really nice base. look at this. So pretty. And then taking a little bit of that colour on my brush, and I'm just gonna run it along my lower lash line, and I'm just gonna blend that out. Then I'm just taking a tiny bit of like the lightest colour in this palette, and I think I'm just going to put a bit of this in my inner corners just to brighten them up a little bit. And then just going to do my winged liner again and add some mascara. So as the eyes are kind of like really vampy, I think I'm going to go for a vampy lip. So I'm going to use the Infallible lip paint in the shade Apocalypse Red. This is another one of the matte ones, and as you can see from the packaging, it is just a kind of darkish red. Okay, so for the third and final look, I'm going to be stepping out of my comfort zone a little bit here. This is for the category that's mega loud, and I don't normally tend to go for something that's mega loud just because, I don't know, I'm a little bit scared of using bright colours on my eyes and bright colours on my lips. And I've seen some amazingly beautiful, colourful makeup creations, so I'm going to, like I said, push myself out of my comfort zone and challenge myself to do something that is mega loud. I have two of the Infallible Gel Crayon 24-hour waterproof eyeliners, and I have the shades Violet, Vavavoom, and I've got the blue. These are just super bright colours. Then they have some gorgeous, more kind of bright shades in the eye paint collection. They have this beautiful khaki colour, which I'm not actually going to use because I would, you know, wear khaki eyes normally, so, but how gorgeous is that? It's such a pretty colour. Absolutely adore that one. But then the three kind of brighter ones that I have here are the shades Unstoppable Teal, which is a really pretty kind of bluey greeny colour here. I've then got Infinite Purple, which is a bright purple colour. So that's that one right there. And then I have Over the Blue, which is a darker blue colour. This one's more of like a kind of navy blue. I'm also just going to add a little bit more blush to my face just because I don't tend to wear that much blusher normally, so you know, when I'm pushing myself out of my comfort zone, why not add a bit of blusher? So I'm dipping into the Ambers palette, and I'm going to take a bit of this colour and a bit of this colour here and just put a bit of this on my cheekbones. I don't know why I'm so scared of blush. So I'm going to start off again just by putting my bronzer through my crease as my transition shade. I literally do this pretty much for every eyeshadow look that I do. So I'm taking the plunge. I'm just going to go straight in with the dark kind of navy blue shade, and I'm going to put this on the outer and inner parts of my eye. I can see why they're called eye paints because I'm literally painting it on my eyelid. And I'm just going to blend this out a little bit. So I'm then going in with the teal colour, and I'm going to put this on the centre of my eyelid. That's very blue. Then on my lower lash line, I'm taking this bright blue, I've got the blue pencil, and I'm just going to run this along my lower lash line and kind of smudge it out a little bit. So I'm just going to do my wings liner. So I'm now actually just going to put some eyelashes on just to like intensify this look a little bit more. Obviously you don't have to do the steps. If you don't like using lashes, then just skip this. Okay, so these are the eyes so far. They are very out of my comfort zone, but I kind of like it. I'm just going to take this colour, which is the Eternal White, and I'm just going to put a tiny bit on the back of my hand, and then I'm going to use a tiny little brush to do a dot on my lower lash line. Okay, so there we go. That is nearly done with the eyes. I just thought I would add that little dot to make it a little more like artistic, and I don't know, I just thought it looked pretty cool. Then I'm just going to add a tiny bit of mascara to my lower lashes. I'm actually also just going to add like some of that white colour to my inner corners just to make them really pop. Then finally for the lips, I thought I would go for a purple lip just to be a massive contrast to the blue eyes, because I would never normally pair a brightly coloured eye with a brightly coloured lip, so that is what I'm going to do today, and I'm going to use these shades dark river, and then I'm going to put a bit of wuthering purple in the middle, so hopefully, or withering, I think it's pronounced withering purple. So hopefully I'll be able to create a bit of an ombre look with these. So that is it for this video, you guys. I hope you have enjoyed it. I definitely have enjoyed stepping out of my comfort zone. I actually quite like the eye makeup. It's really cool. Like, I don't know, I like the blue and I like the little dot. I don't know, it's pretty cool. So I really hope you guys have enjoyed it as well. If you did, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. If you guys want to check out all of the products that I was using, they will all be in the description box down below and where you can get them from and stuff. Also, oh, my cat has just woken up from his sleep. So let me know in the comments down below, which is your favourite? Is it the kinda loud? Is it the loud? Or is it the mega loud? And if you think you fall into one of those categories, try and, you know, like push yourself, add a bit more colour into your makeup routine, and maybe try and, you know, bump it up a bit. So I hope you're all having a lovely day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!